I've always been a fighter. I can never quit. I'ma keep fighting on, walk, taking every hit. I'm a fighter. Never backing down, with my feet firmly planted on the ground. Told you I'm a fighter. I'm never giving up. Got one shot at life, so I'm gonna live it up. I'm never going down, that's all I keep thinking. And if I ever go down, I'm going down swinging. Heart of a warrior, body and soul. Since the day I was a young until the day that I'm old, I stand firm on my feet, my faith never fold. Still providing that heat in a world that is cold.
Yo, that was so not smooth transition. You totally saw my face in between the countdown. Whatever, I'm trying to get the hang of this. But hey, that's why we're here. Today is a special day. I call it the day of Co. My friends know what it is. No singing. I don't want the copyright strike, but thank you. But yeah, I usually do a video stream, game stream on this day, but particularly today, since last year's one. Last year, I made a wish for the Snyder Cut to come out. Now, a year later, the Snyder Cut has come out. That's fantastic. I got to connect the circle because that last year, we also did a stream of a Snyder Cut FIghterZ one. So today, of all days, I want to go back in time, enter the Speed Force. We're going to go 2 months from today, when Justice Kingdom was supposed to premiere at a certain time. It went late. It got delayed because I got technical difficulties, Stone Age equipment, bad internet, but I'm trying my best. So we started late, and it's supposed to be like a lead up to the great debut of Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut, what we've been fighting for. So today, we're going to have a kickoff show like we intended to do. So this is like a whole deleted scene. So in the spirit of it, no spoilers are allowed. If you've seen Justice Kingdom Part 1 and Part 2. Today we're going to, after this, we're going to debut and re-premiere Justice Kingdom Ultimate Edition, Part 1 and 2 as one, and the audio issues fixed and technicalities tweaked. It's a perfect show. This is my best work. This is the story of Snyder Cut FIghterZ, which was supposed to retire the title and end the first saga when the movie came out, and it did. So I'm not alone today. I am bringing in with me a co-commentator for the show, Zod Writer, and in the beginning you heard the music of Il Divino Vega, an original song piece for Justice Kingdom from the artist Il Divino Vega, right here with me today on the special kickoff show. How you doing, gentlemen? Thank you for being here.
Oh, it's so great to be here. Butterflies at this moment. This is such a thing of beauty, guys. I mean, my goodness.
Zod says it best. Zod always says it best, man.
I want to say it best, but he does say it best. I have to say that. So
I'm just being honest, guys. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, this is some legendary stuff for real.
It is. I mean, if you are a fan of the Koj verse of Snyder Cut FIghterZ, this episode, as Koj opened up with, was supposed to be the season closer, and if you kept up with that season, the build up to that moment, it was epic in itself, because if you were synced into what was happening on Snyder Cut FIghterZ, but at the same time synced into what was happening outside with the whole Snyder Cut movement, the timing of it all was just perfect. You know, this episode that he put together of the matchups of the finals season or episode of the season he put together, to then leading into the following day watching Zack Snyder's Justice League. It was just an epic event altogether if you were part of that experience. And fortunately for me, I was.
Fortunate for me too.
Yes, we all were. And I mean, it's a testament to you, Koj. You're such a great guy. You're salt of the earth. Yes. You brought us here. You brought us all together in the most epic of ways. I mean, I've told my story a million times that I fell in love with Snyder Cut FIghterZ the moment I seen it, and I wanted to be a part of it. And you made it possible for me to be a part of it, and I'm forever grateful because it's awesome.
I know you're going to take that back when the check bounces that I sent you to say that.
No,
I appreciate it.
You're right on. You're right on the money, and you're always going to be aces with me. You too, Vega. You guys are two of the greatest people. I honestly, couldn't be happier. You know, when I go and I think about all the people that I've met throughout the course of the release, the Snyder Cut movement. I mean, and you guys are at the top of my list. And I sit here and say all the time, man, any chance to get on board, you know, to do anything with Snyder Cut FIghterZ, hey, man, I'm all in.
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you. You guys had a good time with it, huh?
Oh, always, man.
You know, it's kind of cool that it did start late the way it did, because I had like 2 people from parts of the world hit me up saying, yo, this is kind of nice because they didn't have access to the Snyder Cut yet. They had to wait a week. So kind of like gave them something to feel a little better. But that's 2 people. I don't know how much this whole thing has been satire, has been pro wrestling, which is a call to what I use to bring up my sign to get some word out for Snyder Cut. It's been like a little happy circle for me, because the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's films make me happy. Pro wrestling makes me happy. You guys make me feel happy, because I'm not alone doing this. None of us are. So this is like my little love note to all 3 of those things combined. That mean a lot to me. So the fact that you guys are part of this, you know, thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, thank you for having us. Honestly, the way you've been able to put this together, and as you said, it's everything that you're passionate about. And it's just amazing that what you've used to do it allows you to do that. Because when you watch Snyder Cut FIghterZ, it's a culmination of wrestling, of what's happened, of like what you want. Like, obviously in the beginning it was release the Snyder Cut, so you were just pushing that on there and promoting that. And at the same time, you found a way to even bring us into the fold and engage with the friends you've made along the way within the movement, and incorporating them into this Snyder Cut FIghterZ KOJ verse you have, man. It's really genius. It's really genius, man. Much respect.
Well, I have to talk to you real quick because you got to bounce early. I know that. So sure. I want to say one thing you've done is something I always want to do is have original theme music. As a pro wrestling fan, having a theme song that you pick or is originally made for you means a lot, and that makes everything a lot more official for the fighter.
And you are an incredibly talented and amazing artist, Vega. Your music, I mean, my God, that song, I could totally see that song opening up a pay-per-view. It was the most fitting, perfect song for this event, and I was amazed. I'm like, and when KOJ was telling the story about how you threw it all together and did the video and everything, I was like, my God, that's genius.
Yeah, man, I hit you up and you got that done in like how long?
It was a week. A week.
I hit you up and I told you exactly what I wanted, what I said in the stream, and then you hit me. It's like, yo, I got the song. I heard it, and it's like, I like it.
Right.
So, what was the creation process? Take us through the creation process or the story since I sent you that tweet. I mean that text. Not a tweet. I texted you.
You texted me.
I hit you up and I told you what I need, and then I called you too.
Yeah, no, we
talked in detail.
We talked.
All right, what happened since?
Well, okay. Well, since then, or after that, following that moment.
Yeah, after that.
It was just a matter of like anything else that I had planned or anything else that I was working on, any other music, which to keep it, 100. I mean, I'm constantly always working on music, but I put everything to the side, bro, because for me, this was special for me, because you're what like Zod said, man, you are one of the people that I've connected with the most in the movement, and even the conversations we've had over the phone is like, there's a true bond there, and so when you asked me for this, I couldn't have been more honored to do this. So it was just a matter of putting everything else I had to the side. I'm like, look, man, my boy KOJ needs this. I want to do what I could do. Sickness, what's up? I want to do what I could do for my brother here. And yeah, dude, I just went to work. I right away went on YouTube. I'm like, all right. He said he wants a hype kind of beat that's gonna get people going and riled up, kind of like a Annie up kind of situation. Okay, so I just went looking, searching throughout the YouTube, like. When I finally found that beat, I'm like, okay, I'm hearing this right here, right? And then obviously it was about, what's the message? Snyder Cut FIghterZ. We're fighters, we're warriors, we're, it's about getting ready for the moment, seizing the moment. and that's I just let that meditate. I just meditated on that, meditated as I heard the beep over and over and over again, and honestly, it's a secondhand nature to me. Yo, Marco, man, my guy, you're a bit early, but I appreciate you, homie. I appreciate.
What's your birthday?
It's May 24th.
Ah, close.
Wow.
I was about to say,
I
no.
thought for some reason, Vega, I thought you were a March guy like myself, because my birthday is March the 10th. I thought you were in March. I don't know why I thought that.
Bam.
Right? And we in the M family, March and May, man. I got a lot of homies that's also got their birthdays in March.
Yeah, I got a lot of people that I know that are great friends of mine that were born in May, and there's a good reason for that. You May people are wonderful, I have to say.
Right. Oh, thank you.
So where were you at? You said you were thinking about Warriors.
Yeah, I was just meditating. I was just meditating on the whole idea, what I feel the show brings, what even I grab or feel from it, especially once you went out of your way to create me as one of the characters within the Koji verse. I'm like, yo.
Well, we were talking so long. I was like, I think I know this guy. I wanna. Yeah, make
Dude, you nailed it though, man. And then it didn't stop there.
Graphic vandalism.
Then you brought Zod Rider into the mix. Then we were the Chicago team coming out of Chicago.
We need Abu Nas right now. We'll have the whole team.
I wish you had Abu Nas on here right now.
Oh, it's so awesome! My God, that's like the greatest.
Yo,
like the greatest thing. This
I'm just gonna send him an invite. I have no idea if he'll show.
Graphic vandalism. That's Johnny Alpha. What's up, Johnny?
Yo, what's up, Graphic vandalism?
People in the mix. I see you in the house. Shout out to everybody.
Abu Nas was on here. That would have been dope, man.
Oh my God, yes.
Hashtag new guy.
He's a legend as well. He is a. Another really great addition to the Snyder Cut movement, for sure.
Yes, for sure. Hands down.
God bless him, man. It's really cool.
God bless him.
Yeah, and the whole thing in my show is to just have it's kind of like an open inside joke of just seeing like a fighting game, just pro wrestling, everything put together. So I'm glad that you guys have contributed to the storyline, like it's an actual storyline. And tomorrow, March 18th, ladies and gentlemen, is the premiere, the beginning of Snyder Cut FIghterZ Season 2, the final saga. So I'm going to be switching it up, have more fun, more interaction, because on our way out, we had way too much fun. And then before coming to this premiere, we just knew that it was going to continue. Right. We were even talking about Restore the Snyderverse before this had started. Everyone was. So it's just kind of cool how organically happened, like the show has gone on. Now, I want to talk about the show without spoilers.
Right.
We got a couple matches in mind. We got a match of Justice versus Justice, a battle for which is canon, Justice League or Justice League, with Zack Snyder versus Geoff Johns, man. Just what do you think of that idea?
It couldn't be more poetic to the true nature, of what
the word poetic sums it up in such a quintessential way. I mean, when you think about where we are and you think about, the idea of that being the fight, that's literally what the fight actually is. That's it right there in a nutshell, that match.
Which is funny. What are we having today in the news going on with a merger?
Yes, with that
discovery of the Snyderverse.
Basically, we're basically what we're saying is we're pushing out the people that are not doing the right thing by the creatives,
right?
And we're making room for creativity again within that particular movie studio. And I think this merger is going to be a great thing in the grand scheme of things.
There was a few statements made about it, about treating talent and reestablishing bridges.
Yeah. Yes.
You wanted to elaborate on that, right? I remember
that actually makes me think of nobody else but Zack Snyder, who literally said that he was tortured by Warner Brothers when he was trying to finish the Snyder Cut. I mean, what does that tell you? I mean, what does that mean? It's almost like AT&T took a look at everything and said, you know what? We need to get rid of these guys. We gave them enough time to do the right thing, and all they want to do is continue. It's like they threw everything but the kitchen sink at Zack Snyder to make it a miserable experience, to bury the numbers, to bury the success of the Snyder Cut. And AT&T just shook their head and said, you know what? We got to step in again. And now, look at what happens. They're like, you know what? We'll get rid of these people over here. We'll merge with these people over here. We'll put our own people in. And maybe things will be a little bit different. We have to create a much better working environment. I believe there was an article out that came out that said that basically Toby Emmerich made Warner Brothers a movie studio that nobody wants to work for anymore.
Wow.
So if that's true, then this could explain a lot as to why this merger happened.
Right.
You gotta think about this, guys. The release of the Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut is probably the single biggest event in HBO Max streaming history. The fact of the matter is that movie probably blew away everything that they threw at it, including Godzilla vs. Kong, including Mortal Kombat, and all their theatrical movies. If you go by the numbers that we saw, all over the world, it's got to be true. It's got to be true. And if the Snyder Cut was that big of a success and was the biggest movie, then that means that AT&T is, of course, going to want more of a good thing that is going to continue to bring in subscriptions and continue to make fans happy. You don't want to have your fan base angry at you and hating you. What kind of company doesn't want a fan base like the Snyder Cut Army? I mean, come on. You have all this basically free press. You're not spending any money, and the fans are doing all the work. Billboards,
we're strong. We can do stuff.
Right, and this is
get together.
It's like are we just like this small minority of fans? No, we're like literally we're like a worldwide conglomerate at this point. It's crazy.
We're an international gang up in here, man.
It's like nobody can deny the strength of the release the Snyder Cut group of fans.
Yeah,
nobody can say we're just a vocal minority. You don't have millions and millions and millions of people, wanting this. You don't have people hashtagging, what was it, like something like almost 2 million tweets for Restore the Snyderverse? I mean, are you serious?
There were people that weren't even a part of the release this Snyder Cut that once this movie came out, they became believers, and you saw them putting hashtag Restore the Snyderverse because they could finally see that Zack Snyder had a vision for this company or for this genre, whatever. And the way that movie ends, you just expect more, and that's what everybody wants. Now that we've seen this movie, it's just the way it ended. It's not an ending. It's not an ending at all to a story.
It feels like a promise.
It feels like a promise. Exactly. And the more interviews you see of Zack now talking, it's more evident. The more he's, actually being more open about this movie, what happened, the behind the scenes, even between the relationship between him and Warner Brothers, it's just clear that he has more, but they never wanted it. You know what I mean? But like Zod said, AT&T has to step in and make moves then, because they're not. I'm gonna assume they're not blind. I'm gonna assume they're not blind. I'm gonna assume they see the numbers. They see that this movie was so successful on its own without even Warner Brothers promoting it, without even them having a actual commercial, without them, what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there was trailers on YouTube that we could share. Yes, they managed to get some, spots on Snapchat and on certain, media platforms, but it wasn't the full treatment that you see movies get when they're promoting these films. You know what I mean? And this movie still did good in the numbers. You know what I mean? So AT&T is looking at that and I'm sure for them it's like, this is a no-brainer. Without us even, or without them promoting it, this movie had its own legs. You know, this man has his own legs. This movement has their own legs. Imagine a film that actually gets the promo it deserves, along with this fan base that will push this for you as well.
It would just multiply.
Exactly. Because there were so many other avenues that they could have done and taken to actually promote this film to get it on a more on everybody's radar. You know what I mean? But they didn't, but we had to, you know what I mean? And just with us carrying this on our backs, along with the help, like I said, there was, they did have some snippets, some things on Snapchat and, social media platforms, but let's be honest, it wasn't everywhere that, you could see it, where you see other films get promoted. Other films have like commercials being given and stuff like that. It wasn't like that. And if it had that, I'm sure that movie would have had even more numbers. But it had great enough numbers, not even good, great, amazing numbers, without even having the proper promotion most films have these days. So I'm sure that's what AT&T is looking at.
Yeah, man. Yo, I want to get you real quick before you leave.
Right.
Not just the putting the song together. How long did it take to make it? And additionally to that, I told you that this is like a Super Bowl show. So I wanted a halftime special, and you shot.
Right.
I'm
okay.
Take me there.
Okay.
Take
me
there.
I got you. Okay. So yeah, I'll end it on this because I do got to go. So it took about a week to get the song together. I want to say, and when I say a week, I mean, I'm not saying 7 days. It was actually a lot shorter because this was in the time frame of the beginning of a week to getting it together by the end of a week to get to exactly what you're saying. So I want to say, let's say I think we discussed it on a Monday or Tuesday, had to get that ready by Friday, which was my studio session that I had that week. And I'm like, I want to make sure that this is the song I record for that studio session. So I had it done by then, went into the studio. Gratefully, I have this producer who's just amazing, who, since I've been incorporated into this, or just, I guess, passionate about this movement, he's been with me every step of the way to actually help me. He's the one who recorded the Snyder Cut anthem. He's the one who recorded the Air Cut anthem technically, and he's the one who recorded FIghterZ. And he's just as passionate about these things, especially when I give him the information or educate him on why this is happening, why I'm doing this, blah blah. So shout out to him, AQ.
Man, this is like part of that now.
Yeah, no
songs. Sure. There was like a collection and anthology.
Yes.
But it's on the map, bro.
So he recorded it for me. He's my engineer, producer. So that was that Friday night. Saturday came. That's when we talked, and you're like, "Yo, man, like I know this is last minute, but man, I would love for it to be like a halftime show special thing. I wanted to have you do whatever." And I just told you, like, you know what? Say less. Like, I'm gonna talk to my brother. He's a videographer. If it can happen, it can happen. And if not, I'll let you know, whatever. So I talked to my brother. I'm like, yo, this is the deal. This is what we're gonna do. So literally the song was just recorded. Following day, talked to the videographer himself. Following day after that, Sunday, we shot that halftime show special. So granted, this was all, this was all just to get it on time to you, because you also had a time frame of, you wanted it, you were trying to make sure that you could edit the video by Monday, so you needed everything you needed for that date.
That Tuesday.
So that Tuesday. So that was also the time frame I was working with, as to why I told my brother, like,
where's the Wednesday? But yeah, go on.
It was literally, I want to say Monday or Tuesday for sure, because I had to press him on on the fact that it has to be Sunday. You know, it has to be something that we shoot this video.
Oh yeah, because it was Wednesday of the 17th.
Yeah,
so we
Wednesday
want to
was
get
the
by
17th.
Monday.
So you needed it by Monday to actually be able to edit things and do what you got to do to insert.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh, it all Monday and Tuesday is like one day. I only slept like 20 minutes in between.
And I remember you telling me that. Yep, and I remember you telling me that.
All right, go on. Sorry, that's why I was confused.
No. It's the process to get this show together was truly an amazing process, and a lot of work was put behind it, especially on your end. You know, even with everything you did with getting your merch ready for it, it really was a pay-per-view event. It was the Super Bowl of the Snyder Cut FIghterZ, WrestleMania, whatever you want to call it. That's exactly what it was. So like I said, when we came up with this idea, it was important for me to do this, to get it together. Only had a week to get the song together, record it that very weekend. And then, like you said, on that same weekend, you were like, yo, this would be a dope idea. And I'm like, I got you. Literally, in that same weekend, got that thing done. You know, and then boom, just sent it to you, and you did the rest, you know. And again, bro, just it was amazing, awesome, and just an honor to be a part of this whole thing, bro. You know.
Hey, thank you, man. I'm gonna give you love back. I'm gonna do a little Snyder Cut FIghterZ version of your music video.
Yes.
Now, is there not? And now,
it'd be cool. I want to shoot a music video for it.
I just gotta ask: are the rumors true that there's going to be a Snyder Cut FIghterZ soundtrack coming out?
Vega!
I heard there was a soundtrack album with all the theme songs from all the different wrestlers, as well as Vega's
Spotify playlist
music.
Oh shit!
Now that would be insane, and that would be so dope if we can do that. I mean, I'll put it like this, man. Like, I'm down to put a soundtrack together. If that's what we're talking about, I'm definitely down to put it together.
We got first buyer here. Reasons I'm broke. Shout out to you, bro. I see you,
Dan. You the homie, bro. But with that being said, fellas, I do gotta get to work. You know, I appreciate everything you guys do, man. Zod, you the homie. Koj, love you guys.
Well, the feeling is mutual, Vega, man. I'm just sorry you got to go back to work, bro.
I know.
Man. But yeah, I appreciate you, man. This show wouldn't be as Super Bowl-y without you.
I'm definitely going to be watching while I'm on the road.
Drive safe, man. We need you for the sequel.
Trust me, I do this, man. I do this.
All right.
Dan, thank you, man.
Hey, God bless. Have a good one, man.
God bless you guys.
Haha. What is he? Oh, there we go. All right. Wow, man. He did bring up an interesting thing, man, because a lot of people don't know the process of making Snyder Cut FIghterZ is really. If you've seen the live show, I just said the matches in there raw, but to do a good show, I just record a match as it's happening, and I commentate along with it. And sometimes some shows there's a glitch where they just keep reversing a leg kick, doing dragon sweeps, and it lasted for 25 minutes before they actually continued the match. And I was like, you cannot put that anywhere. So I have to start again, or I'll just record a match, let it record, see the ending, cut off the ending, and then just do commentary over it afterwards if I see that it's really good. So the process of making this is recording the matches and then putting the voices together. And I have to say, this is the first time I've ever done a show this big. It's not just one match. Usually it's just one match. Make the match, post the video, and go. But this we had 15 matches. And my boy Zod Rider here was staying up with me till odd hours of the night. And it was on the weekend of daylight savings, which we did not realize. And you went through how many Red Bulls? Oh my gosh, bro. From your end, tell me about the process of making this show.
It was like six Red Bulls and a half.
That's not healthy, man.
Because I was like,
get checked out.
Because I was like, bro, I mean, you talk about having energy, and we were just trying. And I remember when we recorded that. The thing for me was when we recorded that final match. Okay, and we were just so. You remember that match? You know the match I'm talking about.
Yeah. No spoilers.
We were both so out of it. We were so out of it that
it was 5 a.m.
Our energy level was just like we were trying to keep our energy level up, but at the same time, I don't know what you were drinking to stay awake, because you were only on like 20 minutes of sleep throughout the whole process. So
yeah, never again.
No.
That was,
you know, that retired my Red Bull collection. That was it. I was like, you know what? I can't drink these anymore.
Yeah, it was to the point where, looking back, you could hear our tired energy. So what we did is we brought Simtar back on, and shout out to Simtar. He's doing well. He's being creative, doing his thing. Much love to him.
Yeah, Simtar is awesome.
He's a great commentator. I love his commentary. But yeah, we redid it with him and you. And we did these things out of order, but we knew the order of the matches. So some of the matches we actually played the part. Like, we had to go backstage and party up or get ready for our matches. Oh man, what was that all like for you?
It was quite a process. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of creativity. It was a lot of awesomeness. And I mean, I'm just glad that it was something that we could do together. I was happy that we're so willing to include us in this process. I mean, I can't speak for Simtar, but I know that I personally, felt that it was a great honor to be a part of it. And I was feeling your optimism all throughout. Like, your optimism was one of the things that was driving me, because you were so optimistic and positive throughout the whole thing, regardless of how many ups and downs that you had. Because for you, talk a little bit about your part of it, where you were like going through so much because you were editing, you were doing all these things that Simtar and I couldn't help you with, because these were all things on the technical editing end of it that you had to do in addition to being creative when it came to the actual matches and stuff you saw on screen. So for that, for you staying as positive as you were, shows how passionate, and shows just how much of a labor of love, Snyder Cut FIghterZ is for you. Because I mean, if you would have crashed and crumbled and said, you know what, there's no way we're going to be able to get this done in time, thank you, but we're going to just end this here, or we're going to cut it by 2 or 3 matches. And you could have easily done that. A lesser person could have easily said, you know what, we're going to cut this thing down by 5 matches, and then we're going to just get it out there, because I don't think it's possible. But you made sure that it was possible. And you said there was a silver lining in it being a little bit late too. So yeah,
it's just hard having a schedule, having a kid to have to look out for, and just like the time it takes to make this. I don't realize how much I don't know. It's weird because it's so fun. Time flies when we do this, but then putting it together, you look at the clock, time just goes by so fast, and I don't realize how much there is to do, even though it's simple as splicing the video and audio together and inserting songs. That's essentially it. But just staying in character too, and giving love to the matches, finding the right matches. It's time consuming, but it's worth it. That's why I probably felt so kind of half heartbroken when I wanted Justice Kingdom to end right before the red carpet event, so people could go watch that, and then after that watch Snyder Cut. It just flow, but it couldn't, and I felt bad. But at least I was able to get the video out of everyone partaking in this video for in between matches. That was my most thankful part. That's like, I love the movement, and that shows right there, because even for my show that I have X amount of viewers, my favorite part is everyone coming in, and I just let them voice out whatever they want to say for the movement, give thanks, give whatever. Eventually someone's going to see this, and it's going to mean a lot to them, because this movement meant a lot to me, and same with what I do. So I was touched to have, Super Hive, Prime, freaking Maldavian Superman, freaking Batman of San Antonio, I mean, Leonidas, and the list goes on. So many people came in to give their love. Even my boy Ray, who I've only met at SnyderCon, and we kept in touch throughout the whole movement. He was able to give me a video, and that's just like just the full circle of this whole journey. And I'm so glad that so many people were able to, you know, put in their voice and give their love to Alita Army too, because we're connected. We're a big family. Absolutely. You know, we got cousins and sisters and brothers everywhere.
It's a huge thing, and that's the thing. It's about the one thing that I learned from Snyder Cut FIghterZ above all else, man, is it's about bringing people together. It's about bringing people together in the most positive, fun of ways. I mean, this was such a creative thing to come up with, to literally take people who you're friends with, whom you love in the movement, and making them a part of this in a sports entertainment kind of way. And that's a beautiful thing. Nobody can take that away from you. You accomplished that with flying colors. And like I said, I had no idea what I was seeing, but I knew that when I sat down and watched Mother Box Madness, I knew for me that there wasn't anything. I knew you could have asked me like you could have said, Zod, I need you to, you know, stay up with me for 3 or 4 days straight so we can record matches for Snyder Cut FIghterZ, for Justice Kingdom, and I would have been down. I would have been like, yep, you got it, man. Just let me know what the 3 days are so I can make the arrangements, and I'll be there with you, because I saw your passion. I understood what you were going for. You could hear it in your voice, the hype, the hope, the optimism, everything that we wanted from, you know, Zack, from the Snyderverse. We were getting encapsulated in Snyder Cut FIghterZ. Snyder Cut FIghterZ is actually the biggest, you know, abridgment of what the Snyderverse is in a nutshell. You look at that. If you really want to know, if you really want to understand, people on the outside looking in, if they want the best advice I could give them, if you want to understand what Release the Snyder Cut is all about, if you want to understand what Restore the Snyderverse is all about, watch Snyder Cut FIghterZ.
Are you sure? This is heavy with satire and fantasy.
You will understand. You will understand where it all comes from, because you will see that passion. You will hear that passion when you, Koj, commentate on these matches, and then you bring in people like me, and you bring in Simtar, and then you have Vega doing halftime shows and doing theme songs for the major event. I mean, it's incredible. It's an incredible tribute to the Snyderverse as a whole. And I would love to hear what Zack Snyder would have to say about something like this. I wonder if he knows about cool, Snyder Cut FIghterZ.
I'm glad. Just that. Man, that would be cool. But the fact that everyone has fun with this and this kind of fantasy football thing, you know, I'm glad. I'm just glad, because it makes me happy. I like watching wrestling matches too. And it's just gonna get a kick when you're like, hey, I know that guy. You know, or whatever. So,
yeah. Seeing yourself, you know, animated as a sports entertainer, walking down a ramp that has, you know, Released the Snyder Cut all over the arenas, and you have the people. And I mean, me being a big Babylon 5 fan, seeing the Muay Thai fight and all of these different things. I mean, I just, there's so much that you put into it, that Snyder Cut FIghterZ. I'm glad that that Snyder Cut FIghterZ is not stopping. I'm glad that this is not you.
I feel like it's
the finale. This is so huge, and this has potential to just get bigger and bigger, and you know bolder and bolder every year. And that's the thing, and that's one thing that you can say. It's like, you know, the Snyder Cut movement has brought a lot of people together. Has sprung out so many creative projects, so much creativity.
It's true. There's a lot of talented people in this.
And Snyder Cut FIghterZ is among the top tier, man. So hey.
Oh, thank you. That's super kind words. I hope you're right.
I am right, brother. I'm right.
All right. Oh man. So yeah. I see that in the people in the video now. I was thinking maybe since Justice Kingdom is 4.5 hours long. It's longer than Zack Snyder's Justice League, which we will play soon after this live kickoff show. I think Snyder Cut FIghterZ Justice Kingdom will go live probably 15 minutes or 30 minutes after the show ends. So if y'all are watching, it's going to happen soon. But what I want to say about what you were saying, I see the love of the people from different places, because a lot of these people, they all have one thing in common. They either know me or know of me or follow me on social media and have exchanged some positive dialogue about the Snyder Cut at one point in time. And I want to give a huge shout out to Paula of Sirenas de Gotham. I reached out to her and I said, hey, if you could spread the word, get some fans from the Spanish community to come on. They're like, oh, but they don't speak English. I was like, I just want voices. I want them to be able to let their, say what they want to say too. So I want to give a huge shout out to at the Twitter handle Palita for real. Much love to you, sister, because damn, you got those videos and quotes from our Spanish community, and we have other people speaking. I have Renato Felipe in there, and he was able to subtitle his own, so that was cool. I was trying. I didn't have enough time. There's a lot of work into it, but I was glad that a lot of people were able to contribute in.
You said something very key just now. You said something very key just now that I want to touch on before I forget. You said voices, and that to me is that in one word sums it all up right there, brother. Voices. You need those voices to be heard. We need those voices. Can you imagine how many voices there are in the Snyder Cut movement?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. That's what it's all about. And when you just said what you said, I don't care that they don't speak English. We need their voices. Amen, brother. That's what it's all about. It's about voices. And you want that. You want that global diversity. You want those voices from all walks of life. I don't care if they're in Georgia or they're in Egypt or wherever they are. If they're in support of Restore the Snyderverse, Release the Snyder Cut, whatever, they have a voice and they want to share that voice. It's important to harness that and allow them to put that voice on display. And that's exactly what we're doing here. That's exactly what this is all about. And yeah, that was beautiful, man. That was a great way of putting it out there. Yeah,
I'm glad you highlighted that.
I love that.
I'm glad you highlighted that, because I was thinking, man, this thing is 4.5 hours long. Maybe I should cut that out, because I did make a separate video for that. But I left it in for spirit of what it was meant to be, which this was supposed to be the last thing you see before seeing the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League, as it debuts. So that's part of it. Because even in Mother Box Madness, we had some cool snippets in between there from people, and that was a lot of fun. And if that didn't happen, this would not have happened either. Wow. So in part 2, our show, though, we are going to start wrapping it up, but my wrap out is probably going to take a long while. I want to extend this to other people to come in, just say a couple things, Snyder Cut FIghterZ related, and we'll be on our way. But before we do that, let's talk about some of the matches. Now, we have to keep the kayfabe on, man. We have to stay in character. No spoilers, but what are some of your favorite matches? But say it as in what matches you're looking forward to in this event.
Okay, well, first of all, I am looking forward to seeing the mother of the Snyder Cut movement, Fiona Zhang.
Her match,
defend the championship.
I know.
Her match, the final match of Justice Kingdom, is the match I am most looking forward to. She is an inspiration to us all. If not for her, there would have been no Snyder Cut movement to begin with. And I know some people would say that that's debatable, but I don't. I believe that Fiona is the reason why we are all here today. I will take that to my grave. I absolutely love Fiona. I cannot wait until her match, because she is again, when I talk about what I've been talking about all night, all the whole show, where I've been saying about little things that encapsulate what the actual Snyder Cut movement is, you don't get a bigger example than Fiona Zhang. So her match is my most anticipated Justice Kingdom battle for sure.
That is one of the most amazing ones too, because she's up against quite a threat. And as a treat for everyone, Fiona Zhang was supposed to defend her title against Billie Kay from WWE in our storyline, because as Snyder Cut FIghterZ carries on its story, so does WWE in its video game universe and our universe. So in the KOJ-verse, the WWE was going to send over Billie Kay to fight for the women's Snyder Cut Championship title, but Billie Kay was attacked backstage. So now the scene and footage you all have not seen yet is going to be shown here live on this show. And this is unseen footage backstage, and it shows you why Billie Kay suffered such injuries, as to why she could not compete in the main event of Justice Kingdom, and someone else did instead. Here we go. Now, everybody, this is the footage of Blaze just going at Billie Kay. Devastating dropkick. Billie Kay is fighting really strong against her opponent. We do not know what they exchange words with each other. Nice reversal. Got a taste of medicine on TV on Raw. Oh, vicious brainbuster. That corner went on forever, apparently. Oh, nice kick. Elbow strike is blocked. Oh, a combo suplex. Got a schoolboy roll up into a one-arm power bomb. Looks like she's ending to put her away. Man, this is vicious Backstage are no rules. There's no official. This is just going to town. Oh, Billy Kay surviving pretty well. Nice meteor attack. Oh, that is just cocky right there. This does not look good for Billy Kay. I don't think she knew it. Oh, a vicious kick to the chest. That might have put her in a different world right there. Oh. Oh. Snapping, breaking the freaking table. Oh. Dropped her right on her head. And there you have it. That footage was sent to us from
that was
WWE.
despicable. That was
despicable. The whole time, man.
I have to say, Blaze is a threat that Fiona is going to have to do her best to overcome, because Blaze is not someone to mess with, bro. That's crazy.
In the backstage, dropping her on her head in different ways. That's vicious. That's vicious.
Now, there were a few moments though that I thought maybe there were a few moments though where I thought that maybe Blaze would get defeated. I mean, it did kind of look pretty good for a while, but
yeah, I mean, Billy Kay is quite an amazing talent, which WWE, shame on you for letting her go, in my opinion. But another show about talent. But yeah, man, she that is why Billy Kay sustained injuries where she cannot face Fiona tonight for the title. So Fiona's gonna face Blaze, what you just saw in the ring, with zero prep time. It's
going to be one heck of a
that is the finale match, and that's the match you're looking forward to, huh?
Yes, that is the match I am most looking forward to. Any chance to see Fiona, kicking butt and taking names, it's going to be worth it.
Yeah. I haven't heard from her in a while, so I don't know if she'll make it to return next season, but we shall see. But tonight is going to be amazing because that title will retire with Fiona or Blaze. So you'll see tonight. Ooh. As the
just imagine if Blaze wins the title. Could you imagine what the implications would be for next season?
That would be that our Snyder Cut championship won't be home. It'll be elsewhere, taken away, not released.
Yeah, it would be a metaphor for not releasing the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, not restoring the Snyderverse either. Man, we got a lot of good matches too, but also we've had a mini season of what we're going to see in season 2 starting tomorrow. Well, we'll not start the teams tomorrow, but we'll start season 2 tomorrow. But we are going to have the finals of the team championship competition. The team of Go Deep, Peely Swain, Gio Torres, and Brian Kuhn against the Outlaws, Nasco, Ben W, and you know him. Oh, I want you to cue in Andrew Escobar. But yeah, they are going to be facing Go Deep because Go Deep and the Outlaws. The Outlaws have been dominating the whole time. Escobar, freaking Nasco, freaking Ben W. They've been taking names and they've been getting a lot of W's under their belt. And Go Deep didn't start as hot, but in the tournament, they proved even more than worthy. And they are now here at the finals at Justice Kingdom. What are your thoughts on that? Even though my team, Koji's Corner, and your team, New Gods, didn't make it, what do you think of that division and that match coming up?
I think it's going to be a heck of a match. Is that one of the ones you are most looking forward to? Or
I think so, because it's a new thing. We never started team competition before in like a NBA MLB type of way, you know, where there's a little playoffs and then you just get a championship cup for your team. So I'm kind of interested in that because it's its own energy. Because then you get your, you know, you can kind of play offensive, defensive with your high flyers, your strikers, your grapplers, your tanks, you know, your well-roundeds, you know. It's a new dynamic. I'm interested in that. Any other ones you are interested in seeing?
I am interested in of course the Zack Snyder getting to face off against Golf Johns. I'm looking forward to that.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Well, we do have a match, which is the YouTubers, and your fighter is in that. And we got Film Gob in there, Abu Nas, Subjective Reviews, Pink Chris Wong for Ping Pong Flicks.
Ping Pong Flips.
I was going to say that.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Do not put words in my mouth. Ping Pong Flicks. I was going to say Flex because we got Strong Arm Flicks in the house too. He's going to face the... You're bad, dude.
That was funny, though. That was pretty funny. Like, I know you weren't intending that, but that's just like a play on words. You weren't intending that, but...
Shame on you, man.
It was funny.
I love that guy.
I had to laugh.
You're on medication, I know. It's playing. So, so we got that good match going on. We also got our lightning match with our high flyers. We got Mighty Pegasus. We got 44. We got Film Gob in that YouTubers match. We got so many things going on. This is going to be a fun show. We got Paula and Valerie, who are going to hopefully win the first women's tag team titles. That's going to be sick too. So, yeah, we got a lot of fun matches tonight, man. It'll be fun.
It's going to be great, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like
4.5 hours. Get your popcorn ready. Woo!
Yep. We also got our tag titles online, our air cut title online, and also for the first ever time, our women's Release the Air Cut Championship, which World Technical Fighting has sent over their fighter to face that championship title and against none other than Alita. Yes, the Foxfire is in, and she is going to be fighting against I'm like going blank on all these names. Kylie Munoz from World Technical Fighting, which is a vicious lucha libre warrior, strong style combo. She's going to be facing off Battle Angel Alita, and they're going to be representing Alita Army and Release the Air Cut in one little type of little promo. So that's exciting too. That's going to be sick. And yeah, a lot of stuff. The Muay Thai Championship also. We don't have a women's Muay Thai Championship yet, so or show ring.
That'll be next season.
That'll be next season. That's gonna be cool because I like that. Only win by KO.
I would love to see Fiona in a Muay Thai fight.
Well, only if I hear back from her, because next season I'm only gonna put people who I'm in touch with, because some people we just lost touch because we got the cutout, we go our separate ways. I don't want to tag
you know what? I'm glad that hasn't happened with a lot of us. I'm glad that a lot of us are still staying in touch and are still really good friends and are close, because a lot of these friendships are bonds that are formed, that are strong and are formed forever as a result of everything we've been through together. The battle scars of being a part of the Release the Snyder Cut movement is not something that's going to be forgotten anytime soon. And especially considering that now a lot of us have moved over to restore the Snyderverse, so it's just a continuation. It never ends.
Yeah, man. Wow, it is something. And I want to give love and shout out to all my friends I've made along the way, the friends I've reached out to who let me make fighters off of them. It's like everybody, man. Film Gob, Chris Wong, freaking Jeff Purdy, Brent M. Coffee, Sufyan Lajenef, Miguel. Oh, man, there's just so many good people. Freaking Paula. And then we're getting some next season. We got like Super Hive, a whole bunch of people, Fatal J. Reasons I'm broke since you're in the house. I'm I'm making, see that logo on Reasons I'm Broke? We're gonna see that in the ring. So that's gonna be fun to make and give love to his show too. Man, there's just so many people on here, and I'd like to add more if I can. But yeah, it's just a fun place to celebrate, and yeah. On a good day like this today, it's just become a good circle. I love everybody here who's been on part of it. Some people who left, I still, loving memory of like, hey, hope you're well, even though we don't speak again. It's all good stuff, and this is like a little testament, a little love note to all these people, because they're awesome. And, whatever we believe in and do, we did come together to do something great, and that's something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So big shout out to PD Swain and everybody, Paula, freaking Brian Zinna. I'm just going off the top of my head. JD and Rob Carlin, especially Rob Carlin. If there was no Rob Carlin, there would be no SnyderCut FIghterZ. It was from talking with him, finding out that he was a wrestler, and I was like, hey, wouldn't it be cool? Because I do this World Technical Fighting thing. Wouldn't it be cool if I had made him? And then after I was like, oh, that was fun. We had a couple of matches, and then the story just kind of happened on its own. So yeah, even if I may not talk to some people a lot, or I do, or we go separate ways, or don't watch wrestling anymore, it's all good. But I'm just glad we all came through and all that and everything. So, anything you want to add, bro?
I'm just excited. I'm glad that to have been, again, like I said, to have been a part of this with you. SnyderCut FIghterZ is amazing. I'm personally looking forward to season 2. I'm looking forward to this, and I hope that everybody that was involved in season 1 comes back for season 2, because there's some great people in there, man.
Oh yeah. So shout out to Mighty Pegasus. He's done a lot of art for me.
Another one.
And
wow.
And he's been on board with this. And then, oh man, Jabril Ramsey, shout out to him. Shadow, shout out to you. Subjective Reviews, freaking Igor. Everyone's just coming to my head right now. My sister is in this too. Shout out to her. Oh, it's just so cool, man. Ben W.
It is.
Nasco, yeah. Some people. Freaking Abu Naz, New Gods. Man, freaking Dr. Meme Hatton. Okay, I have to say, of some of my favorite characters that I've made, Dr. Meme Hatton, let's see, Dr. Meme Hatton, Igor, Chris Wong, Ping Pong Flicks, and Paula. Those are my favorite characters of how they came out. Like their likeness and, as far as their costumes and their attire. Because I really like that Dr. Meme Hatton is Dr. Manhattan, but in pro wrestling gear. And I tried to make, if you look at Dr. Meme Hatton, I tried to make his face look really like Chris Hughes. So just the fact that it's a symbol that kind of resembles them at the same time is really cool. And Chris Wong, now I don't know if you know this, but he started out as a Super Sentai show.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I love Super Sentai and Power Rangers, right? So,
I've been playing this Power Rangers game on PlayStation.
Is it the Grid?
Yeah, through. I think it's through because I got PlayStation Now, so I've been playing it through PlayStation Now, and some of the fights on that game are vicious, man. Yeah, dude, for real, it's so much fun, dude.
I'm trying to get the Japanese release of it because I really want to hear the names that I like. Because the Japanese have their own their Snyder Cut version of all that.
I'm surprised you can't like go in and change it so you can hear the.
Yeah, you have to get the actual copy of it. Reasons I'm Broke says, hell yeah, a lot of these connections will be lifelong. He's right.
Oh yes, yeah.
But yeah, so when I was making Chris Wong's character, I was like, oh dude, I'm gonna put a Power Ranger, Red Ranger, or Zoo Ranger on him. And in the Power Ranger one, they have a different one where they have a symbol in their chest. In Japanese one, they really don't. And the symbol of the chest was a Dinozord. So for Chris Wong, I put the Zack Snyder's Justice League right there, and I gave him like some little kicks, just like Red Ranger. So that was fun to make. And then Paula, when I hit her up, I was trying to get her likeness right. I can't speak, that, right?
You're just excited, man. We got.
I am.
4.5 hour ultimate cut of SnyderCut FIghterZ coming up, man. You can be forgiven a few verbal slip ups.
I'm just, I can. Shame on you, man. Shame on you.
Oh God,
Chris Wrong, you're my homie. You know.
yeah, Chris Wong. I mean, that you did an awesome job with Chris Wong. I mean, it looks just like him. Literally, I can imagine
Igor
him
was
coming
cool
out with
too,
a suit like that. Yeah, Igor came out good too
with his dreads and all that stuff. And I forgot who's the other one. But yeah, Paula was cool because she was telling me she really likes Iron Maiden. So I based her outfit off of like something Bruce Dickinson, the lead singer of Iron Maiden, would probably come out to, and then put some wrestling gear on that. So I like how characters like that come out. You know, if I could put some ideas, because I like making these matches, and it's gonna be really, really, really cool. So I'm just looking forward to seeing everyone shine. And my little love note and thank you to the whole movement and all that stuff. And also when people got into it and they told me how they want to look, so that was good.
This has been a great kickoff show, man. I'm excited. I'm more hyped up now, man. I'm like, wow, this is great. You know what you do? You watch this, and then if you're still awake, you watch the Snyder Cut.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Let's see if we can get some homies in here. And we'll call it a show and begin the show. Now, tonight, what we're going to do, if you are going to watch this, or if you're not watching the premiere, you watch it sometime in the future, the watch list goes like this. Watch Snyder Cut FIghterZ Justice Kingdom, and then watch Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut, afterwards. Because that's what I'm going to do. And I hope y'all do it with me too. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. I'm actually going to get ready, get a little drink in my system, feel pretty good. And I'm going to kick back and watch this like a pay-per-view because this is my birthday and I took today and tomorrow off. So I am going to be up and I'm going to go to sleep, reliving March 17th as I could best possibly do it, which is watch this and then watch that, as it was intended to be. But I guess that's the theme. The things we don't get to do at the time we aim to do it, put in a little effort, we could remake it and build it into something better. Because today, the merger, it's almost like, because we've been singing Restore the Snyderverse in the making of this, you know? And then now we're in the release this, we're in the restore, take 3. We're in the Restore the Snyderverse era. That's what I was trying to say. So it's just cool that it's happening on a day like today with everything in the news, like I said before.
Yeah, well, we kind of have a history of things like this working out that way, right? I mean, I'll never forget, you were on my show, the Zod Rider show, the night before it was announced that the Snyder Cut was getting released. And
yeah,
I remember we were talking about our optimism.
No, before the announcement.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was incredible. It was incredible. We were sitting there talking about our optimism, and we had all heard things from little birdies that it was happening, but it was just we didn't know for sure, because as part of the Snyder Cut movement, you're used to getting your hopes up and then getting your hopes shot down like you're nothing. You're used to that. And that's happened to us. Had happened to us way too much. So, yeah, I remember that was very poetic. And then we had the Snyder Cut FIghterZ that was right before the actual release of the movie, and it was, yeah. I mean, and if what I think is happening is actually happening, then that means that this is a rebirth, so to speak. So this makes this all the more poetic.
I wasn't thinking about that. That's a very good point. And this is all satirical work anyways, which is interesting because a lot of times pro wrestling has used for social narrative or what's the word I'm looking for? Social commentary. That is. Haha, that's what we do with commentary. But yeah, it's interesting because it's like it is real in that sense where it's like, you know, just kind of reflecting maybe something not tangible, but something You know, because it's all promotional. I don't make money off this. I refuse to make money off of this. This is all just to kind of promote Zack Snyder's work. And, you know, hopefully make everyone happy. Lift spirits. Keep hope alive. Because, see, here's the thing. I think Restore the Snyderverse can definitely happen. And it's not just because it can, but also because it should. You know? This is something that's there, ready. It's rich. It's fertile. It's a lot of ground to make great stories on, you know?
Yes.
Oh, strong arm flicks. I'm having problems with that word today, flicks. What's up, man? How you doing? You want to be on the show, bro? I'll hit you up. Just got verbal because we're about to just get suited up and then
get our drinks ready and get ready to go here.
Someone just here. So let's see. Strong arm flicks. Do you want to come in, man? Come to the little VIP booth, hang out here for a little bit. Let me know, because another thing, his fighter has been very impressive in SnyderCut FIghterZ too. He had the most eliminations in a Rumble. Motherbox Madness was vicious. And what else? We also have the reason why we're here, Rob Carlin, who's had the title for almost a year. Oh, yeah. It is kind of late. My bad. You are East Coast, man, but thanks for being here, man. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying the show, bro. Hell yeah. I think we should get Justice Kingdom underway soon. But the match, the thing with Rob Carlin, he's had the title successfully, undefeatedly, ever since he won it from Goldberg in our story. And he is facing Def Justice, and that's going to be a really strong emotional match too, because Rob Carlin could be the only one who held that title before it's retired, or Def Justice will be the one who keeps the title after all this. But either way, I think Rob Carlin has broken a record for being a 365-day champion, and that's awesome for SnyderCut FIghterZ. No one can take that away from him, no matter how this match goes tonight. So that's going to be cool too. And dang, I'm just excited. I think it's a little late now anyways. We should probably get this party on the way. Seeing how it's 8:36 here, I think we'll have Justice Kingdom start at 9 p.m. over here. So it's going to go late into the night, ladies and gentlemen. But if you are watching this show, you can watch it again on the replay. This is a storyline. I'm glad you're catching up with it. And keep supporting American Foundation for Suicide Prevention Awareness. Ugh, I can't talk tonight. But AFSP, keep supporting them. I'm going to keep doing merch, and, you know, all the proceeds will go to them, because Inked People clothing does feel nice, as you can get Justice Kingdom.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Right,
I wore mine out. I wore mine out. The letters are missing.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, thank you for that. And shoot, before do you have anything you want to say, Zod? Lastly, I want to make sure,
man,
I think
I just want to say this is great. I think this was a great live kickoff show. I think we covered all the bases. It was great to have Vega in there for a little bit. And you know what, man? Much love. This is awesome. This is great stuff.
Hell yeah. Thank you, man.
Restore the Snyderverse.
Restore the Snyderverse. So we're going, because we released the Snyder Cut.
So now we have to restore the Snyderverse back.
Yes, that's the era we are in.
Yes,
so I want to give mad thanks to everyone.
The era we began in, and that's the era that we are in now.
Yeah, we'll never forget release the Snyder Cut. The story. All right, so
ping pong flip. Woo!
Apologize, man. No.
I love you, man. Oh God, this has been so awesome. Wow.
That's yours. So thank you for being here, man. And much love. Enjoy the show. and let's go. And I'll end the show with a little snippet of our next arena. And I'm going to see you all at the premiere, and I'll see you tomorrow as we begin the final season and saga of Snyder Cut FIghterZ. So here we go. And yeah, I think we'll start in 20 minutes with Justice Kingdom. And watch the Snyder Cut right after. Thank you all for being here. My apologies to Chris Wong on behalf of you.
Oh no! I'm not throwing any shade at Chris Wong. I just
want to make sure. I want nothing but love here, man.
I just think that was funny. I'm just.
I know you're messing. You playing, but I don't. No, nothing but love. But yeah, I know. And here we go. And, last comment.
Now we have to explain it because of me. Koj was saying ping pong flips. I mean ping pong flicks, and he said ping pong flip, and I just thought that was funny.
I was retracting. I was flicking around
right, and I was retracting, and so I keep kind of throwing it out there. Ping pong flip. I'm just joking.
I know. I thought I was going to say ping pong flex.
Yeah. He was going to say ping pong flex, which makes more sense than ping pong flip. But really not really, because he does do a lot of flips when he's in the ring, and it's awesome. And he's wearing the, Sentai.
Me? I do lucha.
No, ping pong. He does the Chris Wong. He does all.
No, he's just a martial arts man. I told
Power
you.
Ranger flips,
like
and
Red Ranger,
Yeah, like the Power Ranger ping pong flips. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. The ping pong flips thing is kind of funny, but that's just me. It was just a little in joke here. Sorry, It ran past its prime. So, well, somebody actually wrote in about it, so that's kind of funny.
Oh man. Okay, I'll let Joe Coy talk to you about that.
It's all love. It's all love. Whatever. It's all love.
With the popcorn. All right. So on that note, I'll show you this clip for the next one, and much love to everybody, and thank you for being here, everyone. We're gonna see the show. We know why. I won't
say it again. Pow, pow.
Thank you. Pow, pow, pow. Oh man, we're so banned. All right, here we go. So we are going to end it, and I'm glad to have everybody here. Much love to everybody. Everyone owns their own words, and much love. And after this, watch Justice Kingdom. After Justice Kingdom, watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. And after that, do whatever you want, and make sure you watch Army of the Dead. We're going to give that much love, and it's going to be sick and amazing. And I'm happy to be here. Glad you're here. I'll see you in 20 minutes right here on this channel.